Today on the channel, we're recapping the G.I. Joe Hasbro panel from San Diego Comic-Con 2026.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, back again for another San Diego Comic-Con toy news video. And today we're recapping the panel and YouTube video, I guess you would call it, from Hasbro and specifically the G.I. Joe line, even more specifically, the Classified series, near and dear to my heart, as you guys know. And we're going to break it all down, talk about the reveals, talk about the pre-orders, talk about everything there. And we'll go from there and see what all the fuss is about, as we always say. But before we get too much fuss, let's talk about Jay's Toys and Games. Use code Kyle, save yourself 15%. Gotta get a deal out there. And of course, on all in-stock items. Gotta thank Jay's Toys and Games for sponsoring the channel. Well, let's dive into the news here. Of course, Hasbro did have the panel for the G.I. Joe Classified. You had those nasty Dreadnoks were there. Cobra Commander was there. And of course, Sergeant Slaughter was there as well. And he chased him off, a little bit of a skit, I guess, almost like pro wrestling, Todd McFarlane is what it was like. But a very cool idea and great for those in attendance to get to see the Sarge, get to see the Dreadnoks and all the shenanigans that go with that. But we did get some announcements here, but I don't know if you guys are like me, not too heavy on the reveals and stuff. And I've been talking about it in the toy news leading up to San Diego Comic-Con. Feels like they've really pieced everything out we kind of knew we were getting ourselves into for the most part. Now, this was Thursday the 23rd is where this panel was. You still got Friday, Saturday, Sunday for San Diego Comic-Con. I'm fully expecting some more reveals or some things added to the case. They always do that kind of stuff, they being Hasbro. So we'll cover that in some future toy news. But let's cover what we saw here today, and I guess we're going to start off hot or lukewarm if you're like me. We got Tomb Raider Lara Croft G.I. Joe Retro card, $44.99 fan channel exclusive. Seems a bit stiff on the chin in the price point department for this one for me, but I understand synergy is the word of the day. Having that IP, the G.I. Joe with Hasbro, mixing it together, everybody wants a piece, everybody wants the money. I understand that, but man, this is a tough sell for me. But I'm a completionist on the line. I'm going to pick this one up, but at the same time, it is a bit of a cash grab. Obviously, she had nothing to do with G.I. Joe, but at the same time, you could say, well, G.I. Joe, it's got to evolve, it's got to get new characters. We've seen things like this before when the Fridge came in and Sergeant Slaughter came in, Roddy Piper came in. I understand all that, and I guess this is the equivalent of something like that modern day. Even if she's not a real character, she's a video game character, is what it is. But the retro version is up right now on all the usual spots where you can pre-order from, as we know. The hits keep on coming. This one was a surprise to me today, and I passed on it, and I'm not sure if I did the right thing or not. And now sold out. It is the Walmart exclusive Range Viper, back for another mission, apparently here. Got to get the most out of your molds, as we know. But is the blue brighter, or is that just me? I haven't compared it to the figure, but it looks like a brighter blue. Now, I obviously have the Range Viper that originally came out during the COVID years with the plastic-free packaging. Now we got the regular style packaging, today's packaging for the Range Viper. Do I need this in my collection? Is there any differences? I guess I would welcome getting to sit one out for once. It would be kind of a nice thing, but you can always army build. But that one up at Walmart, it has since sold out, unfortunately. And speaking of Walmarts, I don't know if it's sold out as of filming right now, but we got Psych Out Night Force Edition. Very interested to see Psych Out. We've talked about this one on the channel the last few weeks too, as we heard this one was coming to Walmart. They're going to give you this version, and then guess what? You get the retro card back a year from now, 2 years from now. What is time? That's the way they do it. That's the way these toy companies get the most out of their molds, get the most out of their properties. Well, I really want the regular one, but the Night Force one will do for now. So you pick this one up, and then you get the other one down the road. We know it. We fall for it every single time, and I guess we're going to fall for it again. We're going to the G.I. Joe Retro wave here. We got Lieutenant Falcon, an old favorite here. Family member of one Conrad Hauser, as we know, Todd McFarlane. Nepotism at its finest. And I know a lot of people say Falcon was amazing in the comics and all this kind of stuff. It is what it is. He's still related to Duke. You can't get that stink on you. You can't just get it off of you. It's just stuck for you forever. He's got that bad stink from Conrad Hauser Duke, and the Joe team treats him that way. It's just an unfortunate turn of events. But Falcon, possibly the most controversial G.I. Joe figure of all time. Probably the worst head sculpt of all time. Man, it was hard times if you were around during that time. Everybody was bagging on that. I guess we get a redo here in more of his animation style colors from the G.I. Joe movie. And we're going to talk G.I. Joe movie in this video as well. But Falcon back out there for the masses. Female Cobra officer. It's all about diversity these days. You got to have some females along with the males. Another army builder, which is great for you, of course, army builders. And then we got Flash. A lot of people looking for Flash. A lot of people looking for that original Joe team. I get it. I understand it. And this one's going to be a heavy hitter for a lot of people. A lot of people are like, finally, Flash is here. And I'm sure there's somebody that loves Flash just like I love Flint. I'm sure there's somebody, if it's you, shout it off in the comments below. Pre-order on these Tuesday, July 28th at 1 p.m. Eastern, wherever toys are sold or something like that. Pick them up if you need them. We talked about this one coming very soon. They're always going to be Slaughter's Marauders to me. They're not Mad Marauders, they're Slaughter's Marauders. Come on, what are we doing here? That's what they're going to be. It is Mutt Junkyard and Footloose. Everybody cut loose. You're exactly right, Todd McFarlane. Footloose. I'm here for that. Once again, very nostalgic for me. I had these two as a kid. I didn't have their original versions. I had these versions. So these will always be special to me. I love completing a team just as much as the next guy. So I'm here for those. Going to be fun to have those. Famazon exclusive, I guess. Fan channel, Amazon shared exclusive. Tuesday, July 28th. Once again, 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 Central. 12 Central, Todd McFarlane. Looking good. We got that snake armor. We saw that before. We're going to get that in all colors of the rainbow. They're going to put it out probably every single year. Amazon exclusive this time, but I could see a blue one. I could see a black one. Before you know it, we're going to have a wall of these things. Got to get the most out of your molds, and we knew it was coming with this. They're not going to make tooling just for one and done. They're going to try to get some more out of it, and we're seeing it right here. Tuesday, July 28th, once again at noon. And conveniently enough, at noon, I have conference calls, Todd McFarlane. I'll be in an important conference call. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe just not get them. That's probably what's going to happen. That's the way it was going today. I missed Jim Bro Skeletor. I missed Mondo Panther. I'm really striking out left and right on a few of these things, but we'll see what happens there. Next up, one I'm extremely excited about. We got Sergeant Slaughter. We got the Triple T, another iconic vehicle, a favorite of mine in my childhood playing days. Absolutely love that we're getting this one here. I'm here for all the Sergeant Slaughters. What's a Nemesis Enforcer? You'll never hear me say that, or you'll hear me say it every Sergeant Slaughter video. But I absolutely love this Sergeant Slaughter. I love the Triple T. I'm here for it. Canopy is removable, thankfully. He's got to be riding just ready to take a bullet at all times. That's what he needs to be doing. He can't have that protection over the top. And that protection, that canopy on there, it reminds me of those guys that have like the riding snow blowers and they'll put that like plastic house over the top of it. That's kind of what it reminds me of here. But I'm very excited for Sarge to be back on the battlefield. Looks like pre-order Wednesday, August 12th. It's a Pulse exclusive. So you got to go to Hasbro Pulse over there and get that one all day long. Give me all the Slaughters. There's no doubt. Then we got that 3-pack. This one was talked about, like, was it like last year about this time or so? Pre-order going up on the 26th of August. Another Pulse exclusive. It's an Army Builder repaint for the winter to go with the Hiss tank that we got coming and to go with, of course, the Snowcat. It's the weird year of winter, I guess, in the Joe world. And we're getting this 3-pack just like we got the MMS 3-pack a year ago, 2 years ago. What is time? Playing all the hits there. They did cover off the 2026 G.I. Joe Hall of Fame and Sergeant Slaughter joining another Hall of Fame. He's in Wrestling Hall of Fames, now the G.I. Joe Hall of Fame. To me, a big deal. Slaughter was always a G.I. Joe guy first, wrestling guy second for me personally. Maybe your mileage may be different. But if anybody deserves being a G.I. Joe Hall of Fame outside of Flint, Sergeant Slaughter's there. Of course, our old buddy Larry. You and Larry are pretty tight, I know, Todd McFarlane. Very cool to see that for Sarge. A great honor, I'm sure. One of the biggest honors of his life, being in the G.I. Joe Hall of Fame. The hits keep on coming with some render reveals, or I should say name reveals, more like it. And it's funny, I was just thinking about this character the other day, Hardball. Yes, Hardball. A bit of a deep cut later in the Joe line. One I did like as a kid, though. We're getting Hardball. He is coming. Should be a fun figure. Always liked that one. And then they really hit the nostalgia feels for me on this one. They put up the image of Shipwreck from the Dollar General line, and I distinctly remember dragging my wife, I guess fiance, girlfriend, whatever she was at the time, Angie, you may have seen her on the channel a time or two, dragging her to like every Dollar General in town. We hit like 40 Dollar Generals trying to track down this whole stupid G.I. Joe set. I'll never forget it. It was a great time, let me tell you. Just fine Dollar Generals all over town. And you've seen one, you've seen them all, you'd think, but no. You haven't seen enough, that's for sure. But I remember trying to track down that shipwreck. And if I'm not mistaken, they even repainted that shipwreck, I'm sure. But we are getting that in the classified line. I'm here for that. I think that'll be fun along the way. And then the October Guard. They talked about that for a while. It sounds like the October Guard, we're going to build a whole nother team there. We're going to get the horror show. We're going to get all the points in between. Be very interesting how well these sell. I know there's some people wanting the October Guard, but at the end of the day, the October Guard was around, of course. They were around, but are they Flint? Are they Duke? Are they Beachhead? Are they Snake Eyes? I don't think so. So it'll be interesting to see where people draw their collecting rules. Will they pick these guys up? Obviously, I will, and you probably will as well. But it's fun to start with Diana. She's got a weird spelling, but I think it's like Dina. Now I've just confused myself at this point, but we got her coming. Bring on horror show next. We did see some Dreadnoks here. Everybody loves a good Dreadnok, as we know. Flatline, an all-new character, and they were very specific to say made by Lenny, which I found to be interesting. But Flatline's coming. Apparently, he's going to be a very cool figure. Once again, just like the Tomb Raider Lara Croft, you got to inject some poison, inject some new blood into the G.I. Joe line. You got to make it last as long as possible. We're going to get new characters. We're going to get a few every single year, and that's just the way it's going to go. So we'll see. We'll wait. We'll hold our expectations there. One a lot of people have been wanting for is Heat Viper. I had Heat Viper as a kid. I found him on a playground one day, on a random play date at the playground. And if I'm not mistaken, he was missing an arm, which was a wild power move. How did he lose that arm? I'm not exactly sure. But I said, found Joe, a damaged Joe. I'll take it in my collection. But the Heat Viper, a lot of people looking for this one. Could be fun. Will it be a deluxe figure? That'll be interesting to see with him as well. We went back to the Ninja Force. We just unboxed Scarlet and Shebang on the channel and Zartan from Ninja Force here this year, just recently with some of them. We got Snake Eyes and Jinx coming to a 2-pack, probably coming to Target as well. I never had either of these. I don't even remember Jinx being in the Ninja Force. I obviously remember Snake Eyes once upon a time, but Ninja Force carries on. We're building the teams once again. Now, the next bit of news here, I'm extremely excited for. I should have remembered this when I did my predictions most wanted video. If you saw that, I said, here's the top 10 figures I want the most, hopefully coming into San Diego Comic-Con. Number 1 was Globulus. I know a little bit controversial for some, but I really want Globulus, and they're talking about the 40th G.I. Joe movie anniversary. I'm sure it'll be back in theaters. I'll definitely be there for it in the theaters, but you know they're going to give us a lot of figures from the movie. So that's what it's going to be about next year. Fully expecting Serpentor to come back out on a retro card. No Chariot, but just a straight Serpentor. I can easily see that happening. Got to think a movie version of Roadblock would be on the horizon with the kind of the glossed over eyes and all that kind of stuff. You got to get Flint looking dapper. I don't know how that couldn't be a day one there. Give him the coat, give him all that. Can we get Quick Kick running through the Arctic barefoot? I would love to see a figure of that as well. Maybe a couple other characters, maybe some background characters, maybe some of that kind of stuff. Be very interested to see where this goes. And once again, you say it enough, it'll eventually come true. But maybe next year, 40th anniversary, we get the Globulus in the main line, a Pulse exclusive or a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. But I think if we're going to get Globulus, it's going to be next year. I cannot wait for that one if it ends up happening. But I'm here for the 40th anniversary of the G.I. Joe movie. I can't believe it has been that long, but here we are, and we'll celebrate in style. And the last bit of news to celebrate was an interesting one. A lot of people saying, where is it? Is it a HasLab? What's it going to be? Nope, it's going to be the Dreadnok Thunder Machine. The Thunder Machine is finally coming. Thrasher, they kind of talked about it. They didn't say he was included necessarily, but it sounds like he'll come. So we'll have to wait and see. But this will be one of those limited time offerings like we've seen with Hasbro. They've done it with Apocalypse, Mephisto, Sentinel, the Hiss Tank, all those ones. We're going to see that with the Thunder Machine. Obviously, extremely iconic to G.I. Joe, extremely iconic to Dreadnoks. Really the biggest reveal here on the Joe table today, if you ask me. I'm here for the Thunder Machine. I just don't know where I'm going to put all these vehicles, but I guess that's future Kyle problem and probably future your problem as well. But that is it for G.I. Joe, at least as of now. There's still days to go for this San Diego Comic-Con weekend, but it feels a little underwhelming, and I kind of felt like it was going to be that way with them tipping their hat with the Slaughter announcement there and the Marauders and stuff. It's like, hold that stuff back. Let's get the excitement there, but I guess they want to spread the love. At the end of the day, they're a bigger business than me, so they must know what they're doing. Maybe, maybe not, but we'll see what else happens with Joe's. Not the hugest announcements. I'm hoping we'll see some stuff in the cases. I'll hope we get some stuff later this weekend, and I'm hoping I can get those exclusive off Hasbro Pulse so they don't sell out. We'll see. We'll see where it all ends up going, and we'll follow up, of course, anything we missed, anything more in the toy news on this very channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Dangerously close to 60,000 subscribers. We're going to be there very soon, and when we do, we got to do a giveaway on the channel. So if you want to follow along, have a chance at a giveaway, you better probably subscribe to this very channel. We'll figure something out in one of the videos here, so be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. But let me know your thoughts on this G.I. Joe news. Anything you need, anything you're clamoring for, anything you can't live without with this one. Let me know your opinions in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channels, 2 YouTube channels. Check out YouTube channel memberships. Check out Patreon. Check out Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com if you need to email me. The Kyle Peterson Show podcast each and every Tuesday, wherever podcasts are found, with video cast on YouTube. So for a little San Diego Comic-Con G.I. Joe Classified panel, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
Get back